Travel back with me to the sun-drenched shores of ancient Algeria, over 3,000 years ago. Imagine a coastline, pristine and quiet, where local fishermen watch as majestic ships with crimson sails appear on the horizon. These aren't just any ships, they are the vessels of the Phoenicians, sea wanderers from the east, arriving between the 12th and 8th centuries BC. Their arrival marks the dawn of a new era, one that will forever change the destiny of this land. The Phoenicians, and later their descendants, the Carthaginians, were masters of the sea. They weren't conquerors in the traditional sense, at least not at first. They were merchants, explorers, and survivors. Fleeing turmoil in their homelands like Tyre, they sought new opportunities, new markets, and safe harbors. And along the Algerian coast, they found what they were looking for. They established a string of coastal centers, names that echo through history: Hippo Regius, known today as Annaba, and Tipasa, its ruins still standing as a testament to this vibrant past. These settlements weren't just random dots on a map. They were strategic trading posts, vital nodes in a sprawling network that connected North Africa to the entire Mediterranean world. Picture the scene: Phoenician captains, their hands weathered by the sea, offering exotic goods to local Berber chieftains. Gleaming glass beads, intricate metalwork, and their most famous commodity, the legendary Tyrian purple dye, a color so rare and vibrant it was worth more than gold. In return, the Berbers offered the bounty of their land: grain, precious metals, and ivory from the interior. This was more than just commerce, it was a profound cultural exchange. New languages filled the air in the bustling harbors. New ideas and technologies trickled inland, transforming traditional ways of life. The Phoenicians brought with them advanced shipbuilding techniques, new architectural styles, and their alphabetic script, a revolutionary invention that would lay the groundwork for many modern languages. For the local tribes, the world suddenly became much larger, filled with both promise and peril. The strangers who called the sea their mother had irrevocably altered their universe. But what drove these ancient mariners on such a relentless westward quest? It was a potent mix of ambition and desperation. Political instability and the looming threat of powerful empires like Assyria pushed them from their ancestral homes in the Levant. They sailed under a merciless sun, their hearts heavy with the sorrow of leaving their burning cities behind. Each new colony, from Leptis in modern-day Libya to these new posts in Algeria, was a gamble, a fragile foothold in an unknown land. They ventured deep into the interior, establishing trade routes with powerful inland tribes like the Garamantes. These journeys were fraught with danger, crossing vast, unforgiving deserts. Yet, the dream of a new commercial empire, a network built on trade rather than conquest, pushed them onward. Every trading post established was a victory, a testament to their resilience and their incredible skill as navigators and diplomats. By the 8th century BC, this network of coastal cities was at its peak, a string of pearls adorning the North African coast. These posts became bustling centers of fusion, where Phoenician and local Berber cultures mingled, creating something entirely new. You can see it in the art, the architecture, and even the religious practices that emerged. Gods like Baal Hammon and Tanit were worshipped alongside local deities. This was a melting pot of peoples and traditions. A dynamic and cosmopolitan society born from the sea and the sand. However, this golden age was not without its shadows. The intense focus on trade created new social divisions and vulnerabilities. Wealth became concentrated in the coastal cities, creating a gap between the cosmopolitan traders and the more traditional inland communities. This interconnected world was also a fragile one. As Phoenician cities in the east fell, their western colonies, which became the Carthaginian Empire, found themselves embroiled in new rivalries, first with the Greeks, and then, catastrophically, with the rising power of Rome. The very success of these trading posts sowed the seeds of their eventual downfall. The wealth they generated made them a target, and the reliance on sea trade left them exposed. The era that began with hopeful dreams of commerce and connection eventually gave way to conflict and conquest. The Punic Wars with Rome would ultimately shatter the Carthaginian world, and these once thriving trading hubs would be absorbed into a new, even larger empire. Yet, the legacy of the Phoenicians in Algeria endures. It's written in the ruins of Hippo Regius and Tipasa, whispering on the winds that sweep across the coast. Their influence is subtly woven into the cultural fabric of North Africa. They were the great connectors of the ancient world, the pioneers who turned the Mediterranean from a barrier into a highway of commerce and ideas. When we look at the ruins of these ancient harbors today, we're looking at more than just stones. We're seeing the remnants of a lost world, a world built by daring seafarers who, driven by a mix of hope and desperation, forever changed the course of history. Their story is a powerful reminder that history is not just made by great armies and epic battles, but also by the quiet, persistent exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures, carried on the waves from one shore to another. The purple dye may have faded, but the echoes of their journey remain. What untold stories do you think are still hidden in these ancient stones? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the past.